Well, I'm glued to my phone and to the telly. Um, so I'm constantly on the phone to my family, to my friends from different regions of Ukraine to see how the events unfolding there. So I'm pretty up to date with that.
And what are you thinking of what you're seeing? It's happened so quickly, but it's not entirely unexpected.
Yeah, like I said previously, it's shocking and but not entirely surprising because Mr. Putin broke his word before, and we didn't exactly believe that what he was saying was the truth.
You come from a western part of the country. Whereabouts is it exactly?
It's the town called Chernivtsi. It's right on the border with Romania.
And what's life like there for people? Is there much industry, or is it an agricultural area?
Maybe mainly tourists being on the border with Western Europe. It's trade and tourism.
So you've seen what's unfolded in the last few days. What are your thoughts about what's happened and where things are going?
It's obviously devastating for many. Lots of people from East, South and Central Ukraine had to move closer to the border. So at the moment, my town's hosting lots and lots of people who moved, and we're opening shelters, people taking other people in their own homes, the hotels, opening the hotels and providing food, clothes, anything they can help us.
When was the last time you managed to visit your family and friends there?
It was last summer.
Was there a feeling of this is inevitable, or were people still hopeful it would be avoided?
No, there were no talks. Obviously, the conflict is ongoing since 2014, but nobody thought that the full-scale invasion would happen. And
from those that you've spoken to, how are they taking that? How are they feeling about what's going on?
Defiant, angry, hopeful, but everybody's prepared to stand their grounds and fight in any way they can.
And that's a feeling right the way across the country?
Yes.
I have to ask you as well, we're hearing different pronunciations of the capital. We hear Kiev, we hear Kyiv. What's the correct pronunciation and what's the story behind that?
Oh, it's good that you asked that because I keep getting annoyed about it when I watch telly. So well, let's put it to rest. It's Kyiv and it's spelled K-Y-I-V. Kiev is the Russian version of Kyiv.
From those that you're speaking with, from what you see on TV, from what you feel personally, what do you think is likely to happen next?
I'm very hopeful that with sanctions, with help from the world leaders, we will show that we are not giving up, we are not going to negotiate, we are independent and sovereign country, and we as a country are in a right to make decisions whether to join NATO or not, or any alliance for that matter.
We've seen sanctions imposed by the British government and others. The Germans have cancelled the pipeline. What other things do you hope that the international community might do?
I hope more sanctions, and maybe the sanctions with immediate effect, whatever they might be. He needs a message, a strong message. Because at the moment they play lightly, whether it is not bothering them or not, I do not know. But the sanctions that will have immediate impact on their economy, and well, from what I heard today, they're talking about switching SWIFT, disconnecting SWIFT from Russia, and that's good. That's a major step forward.
You are proudly flying a Ukrainian flag in your garden here in Peel, which is fabulous. And the Isle of Man, obviously, people are very proud of the nation. What does it mean to be a Ukrainian and living overseas here?
I am a Ukrainian. I always say, when I go to Ukraine, I say that I go home. And after you know, after being there for a few weeks or so, I say I'm going home. So essentially I've ended up with 2 homes because I've been here for 17 years now, but I proudly class myself as Ukrainian. However, I'd like to think that I blend in and respect the Manx culture. So we have a little community here, small but mighty, and we get together regularly. And we're actually, hopefully, gonna watch football together soon. Play, you know, when Ukraine plays versus Scotland. So, and hopefully one day very soon it will be over.
And just one final question. On Friday evening we saw the wedding cake in Douglas lit up with the Ukrainian flag colours. What does that mean to you, and what would you hope from the population of the Isle of Man? What would you ask them to do to show their support?
You know, I actually drove to Douglas deliberately yesterday because I heard that that's what's going to be the case. And I thought, well, I'll check it myself. So I went there, I stopped the car, I took the picture, and to be honest, at that moment, I felt overwhelmed with pride and joy and support. And the Manx people were very, very supportive. I'm overwhelmed by their response. People who do not know me, who sending prayers and thoughts, people bringing us flowers and cards and asking how they can help. So it's great to have that sense of community.